Late.
Well, you know him as Frasier. Watch.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. But what a thrill, just what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great.
Oh, goodness gracious. Now Kelsey Grammer is headed back to Broadway in Finding Neverland.
We live by the home.
The man with the sword is on the couch unarmed. Kelsey Grammer, welcome.
Malcolm, it's good to see you guys.
I went to it yesterday, and it is the best show I have seen on Broadway in years.
Incredible.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In fact, our chairman, Roger Ailes, and his wife, Beth, went, and they loved it.
Oh, did they really? Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great show. It's the best show I've ever done in my life. So.
What do you mean? You've done some fantastic
I've
shows.
done some
It
good
happens
shows.
to
It
include
is
you.
the best show.
I think that might have something to do with
Yeah,
the
it
fact
stacks
that you're
right
in it.
up. Well, thank you.
But this is really going back. I mean, you started off singing, right? So this is comfortable for you?
The first thing, I was 14-year-old, and this guy named Richard Mitten walked into the classroom, said, "I'm new to the school. I want every boy in this room to come and audition for the choir." I was like, okay. So we all went, a bunch of kids in South Florida, we all thought we were pretty cool. Yeah. And everybody sang Yesterday. Yesterday. And he said, okay, you're a contralto, you're a tenor, you're a bass. And he threw us all together, and in like 6 months we were out doing these shows in those little tuxes
like
with the fringy shirts and all that. It was fantastic.
That's really how the acting world found you. The acting world
That's when I got into it,
You don't think you would have gotten into it in some way?
I was a surfer, that was it.
Wow. Do we have
Frasier was hanging 10.
Some of it.
He was hanging 10.
Now, this particular show, Finding Neverland, is kind of based on the true story about how Peter became Pan.
Right. It is loosely based on history. I mean, I imagine that some license has been taken, but J.M. Barrie, the writer, had an acquaintance and a kind of a friendship with these boys, this family of boys. And in the end, I think it's accurate that he actually ended up raising them after all their parents died. Both their parents died.
Well, you know what? In addition to being touching, it is, and I'm not a big fan of musicals.
Yeah.
I loved every song.
It's terrific.
They're fantastic.
It's
but
terrific.
also, it really tugs at your heartstrings.
It's emotional.
In addition to being very, very
Do you
fun.
have
I say to my
favorite
friends,
moment?
if they don't cry at the show, they don't have a heart.
What's your favorite moment in it all? For you?
My favorite moment is actually when the boys, they're jumping on the bed and suddenly they go into slow-mo and the light and the sound cue changes, and then you see them lifted up by guys that are just dressed in black, but all of a sudden they're flying.
They are flying.
And you think, it's magic.
So here's the other question. By the way, I love musicals, and you know that. So Steve,
Right, you would like this musical.
I know.
That's
I'm
an endorsement.
But this is what gets me. The schedule. Twice a day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week.
It's a very tough situation.
You do it twice today, right?
You get 1 day off. No, it was yesterday, twice. Yeah.
So now you get every night.
Yeah.
Did you realize that when you signed on?
Well, you do realize these things. Yeah.
had a
You do
contract.
know the job is dangerous when you take it. It can be pretty exhausting. I lost my voice last week, but I could squeak it out. So I just do. I fight through it and get it done. But
wow,
it's very challenging, and there's a big adjustment in terms of what kind of condition you're in when you start doing a play, and then you're 6 months in.
Well, it's getting incredible remarks, and especially from Steve. He absolutely loved it. We don't want to have anybody have any trouble finding Neverland. You were remarkable in it, as Steve said.
And it's very different from Cheers, right?
It is very different from Cheers, yes.
There is a Cheers joke in it.
Is there really?
There is an homage.
I'm going to say what it is. It's hilarious. Written just for him. Folks out there in TV land, if you're coming to New York City this summer, come see Finding Neverland on Broadway. It is great. Kelsey, real pleasure.
Thanks, Steve. Good to see you.
So nice to see you, Kelsey.